Alright, what's going on, everybody? Y'all already know what's up. This is season 2, episode 12 of the PootieTim show. And I'm here with a longtime friend that I've known since like pre-K, you feel me? You know what I mean? I want her to introduce herself. You know what I'm saying?
Hi everyone, my name is Shyra Glenn. I am from the Bronx, New York.
Word, shout out to the Bronx, you feel me?
Yes.
Shout out to everybody out there in New York. So yeah. So what's good, Shara? Like, what you been up to? What's been going on with yourself? Like, tell the people about yourself. People know about me in my last episodes and the people that I've been interviewing. Now it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? Get some
Okay.
shine.
All right. Well, again, hello everyone. So I just graduated from Claflin University, located in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and now I'm back home in the city. As of right now, I am working as an administrative assistant. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nah, that's fire. So, how you like the administrative assistant job so far? Like, how you like that?
It's awesome. I would definitely say it's definitely a learning experience, something that you can always add on your resume. I did go to school to study mass communications, but as of right now, I'm still looking into that. But in the meantime, I can still gain and put something on my resume.
I bet. Yeah, nah, that's cool. Word. So what's the job called? What's the job called that you at? What is it called again? Product something you said something.
Yeah, like products plus.
Products Plus. Yeah, word. Shout out Products Plus. Word. So yeah, so speaking about college and Claflin, right?
Yes.
Claflin University.
Yeah.
Alright. What you say you studied mass communications.
Yeah.
So how was that experience like?
That experience was amazing. It was a lot of opportunities, at the college. And the best part, we was able to work with, I was able to work with other students at the time from South Carolina State. So it was basically two colleges coming together, students that was in the same field. And we were able to go out and we were able to attend events and, do interviews, so it was awesome.
Oh, all right, cool. So before we get into all the details, because I got a couple questions about your experience, certain events and, the people you was working with, like, how was the classes? Like, what was the classes like? For people who want to be in mass communications and get into the whole radio field or just interviewing anything, like, what was the classes like?
The classes, it was a great learning experience. It's hands-on, definitely hands-on. So at the same time, you are in a classroom learning, but then you have the opportunity to go into the studio to record, do radio announcing, PSAs, commercials. So it's not just like you're going to be, just sitting there writing. No, you have to be hands-on at the same time.
Okay, cool. That's fine. See, I like I like classes like that honestly because I can't sit there. I can
Right.
obviously, but
Yeah.
but I don't feel like sitting there and the teacher just telling you what to
To
do
do,
or
yeah.
just take notes and be like, yo, study this, study that. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
cool, that's good, because I'll learn the definition or I'll learn what it means and things like that. But it's like no, I want to see if I can manipulate it myself, and
Yeah.
that's how you get better at it. You
Yes.
feel me? And that's when like if you're really interested in it. So getting into those hands-on type of things, what were you doing as well? Like, what was your first like interview or experience with that?
My first, I remember I had to go into the studio and learn how to do radio announcing. Oh man, yeah, it was good, but at the same time, I kind of like put too much into it, and it just
Yeah.
like relax, just be yourself, go for it, So you have to learn that, and then you have to learn the tone that you're gonna be using because it depends on what are you announcing, sometimes it could be happy, sad, so it's all dependent on what you're working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how did you feel like I want to talk about the college life now in the sense of you told us what college you went to. Now, how did you feel when you went to the college and going through it? What you think now thinking back when we was in high school, like how did you feel like college would be? You know what I mean? Like what did you feel like college would be like before going? Then you know what I'm saying? And how did it change your mind now that you there? It's like, oh, I didn't think college would be like this, or college is what you expected. Like, what was your mindset going through that?
Well, I know definitely one thing when you go away to school, you're like your independence. You're like, you're gonna be on your own, you're gonna be learning things, you're not gonna have your parents there. So you're basically learning everything on your own and you're living by yourself. You have to learn how to do more things on your own. And it was good.
Is it-
Yeah.
So it was everything you expected, or you?
Yes, it was. Everything, everything I expected. Yeah.
Or, so for a student, like say if it was a student, what would you tell a student who don't know if they want to go to college or second guessing, and they came up to you like, "Yo, Shyra or Miss Glenn, what should I do? Like, how should I approach college?"
One thing I would definitely say is don't give up too easily. You won't know until you go and try. So, just think about it. You may want to go away, you may not want to go away. That's totally up to you. But I would definitely say don't just stop there just because you're like, oh, I don't know, this and that. Like you won't know. Because you might go and you just might like it. So I would just say get out there, and just try first. And if that don't work out, you can always come back home or, try something different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And what I was gonna say, like, so during the how was the college like at Claflin? Like as far as like parties and all that, what type of atmosphere was it? Well, hold up, was it? I don't know. Was it a HBCU?
Yes,
Or?
it was. I love my HBCU. Yes, it definitely
So
was.
speak
It's a
on that.
HBCU.
What was the college life like on the fun side?
Yes, we definitely had a lot of different events. Thursday night, Friday, Thursday start because it's the week before the weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was different. Different parties. I would say on campus, maybe off.
Yeah. Indeed.
But at the same time, everyone had a good time. Nobody, everybody just came together. It was no drama. So I loved it.
Right.
Yeah, especially homecoming.
Homecoming was crazy.
Homecoming.
How
I've
was
been
it?
waiting for homecoming.
How
Yeah.
was the frat and sorority parties? They was lit a little something. Like how was it out there as far as that? Like
See, I'm trying to think. Did I go to one? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I ever did.
oh, you never went to one of those? Nah, you gotta go. Word. Whenever you
No.
decide to go to a homecoming joint, was it big out there as far as the frat store that you seen being at the events?
Yes, down it's very big, very very big.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Nah, that's what's up. So how was the homecoming? Like what did you have to do at the homecoming events and all of that? What did they
So homecoming events, like we would go out. That's when the games would take place. So like, for example, South Carolina State had the football team, and then Claflin, we have the basketball team. So what we would do is, we would go to the games, and then we would interview students, ask them their experience, at the college, how do they like it, what do they look forward to. A homecoming, that's when everybody comes back home, to visit the college, the students that's there, they're getting to know how everything, taking it all in.
Right, OD. And what you call that? And then your experience with like the actual radio station and stuff like that. Like as far as like being like I know you said, yo, your first interview and things, they had to they had to tell you, yo, be yourself as far as the announcements. So how did your first interview go? Like how did you feel about that?
Let me
Talk
tell you.
about that. Come on, give the people all the details. You gotta get into all the
So,
details.
Let me tell you, the first time I did radio announcement at the radio station, I was so excited and nervous at the same time. Like it was like I was practicing before I got to the mic. Like, okay, no, I'm gonna say it like this. No, I'm gonna say it like this. But in reality, just be yourself. Like that's what you want. You just want, don't act like anyone else. Just be yourself.
Right.
And it would just come. Like that's how I would definitely say. But I was excited, nervous at the same time to the point I was like, okay, look, play it back. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Like maybe I can go back. But after that, you get used to it. It's to the point like it's just like 1, 2, 3.
Oh, do you remember the first person you interviewed?
No.
You don't? Word. Shout out to the person she don't know. It's good. You supposed to remember. You gotta remember. You feel me? But that's funny. Nah, it's so funny you say that because my first interview that I did, he's a friend of mine, from playing ball and all that. But it was crazy because like when I first decided like, yo, I want to do this podcast, I was like, damn, like my approach, my delivery, I I never did this, so I was like nervous and all that. So
Think about it, right?
yeah, I was thinking about it, like, I'm trying to
Yes.
keep my composure and stay cool,
Cool, yes.
And then while asking him questions, like I was nervous and all that, but then I started becoming like, more loose and able to speak. And then when I turn around and like asking him questions, he was the one nervous, sweating crazy, like.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there like, yo, you good? Like, you need a break? He was like, yeah, yo, I didn't know you was gonna be these questions making me think. So it's crazy how like you think just because you're the one talking
Yes.
that you the only one who got pressure on you, and not in all reality they're nervous too. Like
Yes.
I never thought that would be the case. When you the host, it feels like you got to live up to some type of expectation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so how did the radio station work? Like, did you do something? You know how like Hot 97 be, or like the Breakfast Club be, to where like y'all interview or y'all say some stuff then play music? How did that work? So people who out there who specifically want to do something like that, because people be looking up to like Charlamagne the God and Angela Yee and all of them. So people who trying to get into that, like how did it work on your end as far as doing that when you was in the like radio station, like recording station? Like how did it work when you had to deal with both like music and
See, one thing is, I would definitely say your concentration, because that's how it's gonna start from there. So like if you don't know a certain part of the business, that's what they will try to teach you first.
Okay.
Because you have to start, from maybe like putting the music into the system, or stuff like that. So it's all dependent on your concentration. What is your focus? Because that's how you're gonna be placed in that field. So that's what I had to learn first. I was like, oh, okay, the music and the genre of the music. So whether it's hip hop, if it's R&B, depending on the station, what music are they promoting?
Okay.
So that's another thing you have to learn, and then you have to learn like what audience are you attracting? Because the music nowadays, you have the youth that they like the hip hop, they like the R&B. You have the, that's like R&B, I would say, gospel.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's another thing. So you have to know what
you.
crowd are you trying to have listen, tune into the station.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. And was it like a everyday thing where like once you got into being that you was in the field, it was like, all right, yo, Shyra, we need you to do this. Was it an everyday thing or like every other day? How was your scheduling like with that? And then how was your schedule? We're gonna start off with that first. How was your scheduling like with that?
Well, your schedule will be based depending on when is your free time, like when you don't have class.
Okay.
So once you go in, you're first learning, what they have you coming in for to do. Like, so if I had to do music, I learned that for a while. And the next thing you know, when it was like, all right, we're going to have you do radio announcement. And I'm like, oh, okay. And after you start moving around quickly, because, you're learning different things. At the same time, they don't want you to stick to just one thing.
Right. They want you to multitask.
Yeah,
and all
multitask.
that. So everybody out there, learn how to do more than one thing at the same time. You feel me? Especially something like radio.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then the internship, what was that like? Like, I know, like you said, you was talking about like, okay, after class when you free, but now that you get out of that, now it's your internship. What was that experience like, and the different things like?
Yeah, so I did mine's my senior year at Claflin University, and it was great. I would definitely say, because it was like, okay, I'm leaving class, I'm ready to go here to the station. Okay, and then I have to go back because I have a class at 3:00. So that's the only time I was able to do my internship. It was like because you have to have that completed before you can graduate.
Oh, okay. And was it a free internship or was it like a small? You get a little something, because I know
it was a free internship.
Like no money, like
no. But the experience I'll always have with me forever.
Yeah, OD, word. And then to speak about that, how did you get into what was your interest in the radio when you went to Claflin? Did you have another major besides that, or you went straight into mass communications? What was your story on that? And
so, yes, so mass communication is my major. My minor is theater.
So
yes.
What you trying to be, an actor, actress on the low? Is good.
You never know.
It's all the world.
So yeah, that's how I went. And once I went to the school, I already knew that's what I wanted to do. That's something I always wanted to do. I didn't know what took me so long to get there, but I just always saw myself, one day becoming a radio host, TV personality. So, yeah.
Right. Nah, that's fire. And like, so yeah, I want to talk about using Claflin. We had another longtime friend you was out there with. Yeah, we got to give her a shout out. You feel me? Miss Kashia Hori out there. You know what I mean? What was that like? You know what I mean? Because that's good. Like, and then why South Carolina? Why Claflin? Like, explain your background with that. You get what I'm saying? Because outside looking in, even though I knew you for a long time and I know your fam, but I wasn't expecting like nobody I knew to be in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I didn't know. You know, people didn't expect me to do West Virginia neither. But like, my background was I had family. So what was, you know what I'm saying, the reason you went out there as well? Like,
Yeah, we definitely can relate. I went out there because my family is down there, and when I first heard about Claflin, I had a cousin who attended the school, and I was able to like go on the campus and see how that was, and I was just like, I really liked the school. Like, she was like, this is here, showing me around, and that's what made me really want to go to the school. So I was excited when they had accepted me. So yeah.
did any of your family members go there like before you or?
Yes. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of us have graduated from the school.
Oh, that's
4 of
fine.
us, yeah.
And y'all was in there together or before you?
No, before me. Yeah, before me.
Okay.
2 graduated before me, and one of them we graduated at the same time.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. Word.
Yeah.
And Kashia, how like when did she come? Like when did she come in the picture? Like coming down to South Carolina?
I would say at the same time.
And y'all graduated together?
And we graduated together. Yes.
Damn, that's fire.
At the same
Word.
time.
Shout out to
2 years,
Kashia.
2
That's
years.
what's up. That's what's up. She out there living there still, right? Or she in North Carolina? Where's she at?
Oh, she's there.
All right, she's still out there. Word. Shout out to her. Y'all gotta hit her up. Nah, I mean, so yeah, I want to talk about that. What's the hype? Like, you said something to me, you know what I mean? When I was talking to you, you was down there, and it was called What's the Hype? What was that about? Talk about that.
So, What's the Hype is, an organization where I was saying that, students from Claflin and
Nah, you
state
good.
come together, and, we will go out and we will do different interviews and attend different events. But the purpose was to promote HBCU colleges and universities. For those who may not be familiar about, the HBCU and,
That's
about
fire.
the school. So, it was good.
Oh, okay. And then how was y'all doing it? Was y'all going, like, how was y'all doing it? Like, going around different other schools around South Carolina, or what was that?
So first starting off, being that, it had just started, we wanted to focus more on the university to get it out there, to promote.
Got you.
And then eventually we would go around to, start speaking to the youth to, give them a heads up, like, okay, here, and they also, have a YouTube channel. So we'll put the videos up there so everybody can see, like, okay, what are you about?
Right.
What is your purpose,
Okay.
so.
Word. And during that process, you have you yourself or anybody you was working with y'all group interviewed like any celebrities or been to like events where it was a bunch of celebrities or any people coming there, like explain that. Explain any situations your interacting, interacting with people and all that.
We did. I remember we went to one where Angela Bassett, one of my friends, she did have a chance to interview Angela Bassett. We was able to go see Hillary Clinton when she came to South Carolina State. So we was there. Who else we saw and we met? I would say those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any like artists, any singers or anybody?
No.
No
At the
singers?
time, no. I mean that we had just started the company.
Oh.
So it was like, getting out there, but we make sure we would attend, different events.
Right. And like, are you trying to do something like in the future with it or anything like that? Like, what's good you trying to do in the future with it? Are you trying to get back into it? Because I know you out here back in the city and,
Yes.
you working, stacking your bread, doing what you do. You know what I mean? But are you trying to get back into it? Have your own station, your own talk show, anything? Like, anything in mind you trying to get into with this?
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely trying to get into blogging soon, so
Okay.
look out for that.
Gotcha.
Also, yeah, starting my own business, definitely. I wouldn't say I'm gonna give up. 'Cause this is what this is what my heart is, and I really love it. So I definitely gonna see some stuff coming out, I would say. So look
Okay.
out, everyone.
Yeah, word. And then as far as like you said you was blogging or vlogging, like video wise or just
No, I want to look into it, like start doing that. So,
oh, okay, cool.
but I did do some while I was in college. Yes.
Right.
So I do. The name of my blog is Shyra Sums It Up. Yeah, but I'm
Oh,
definitely
that's
good.
you doing that now.
Yeah, I had to do that in school.
Okay.
We have to learn how to blog. And
Create.
yeah,
Oh, okay, you
yeah,
was
but
creating your
yeah,
own thing at the time of learning. I got you.
yeah.
Got you. And then like how you feel about like radio stations now and all this social media as far as being that you into it, like the whole communication. How you feel about it now? Like is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Like not necessarily bad, but just like what you like or dislike about it. You know what I mean? Now that you got certain knowledge of it.
I definitely like it because that's how you're able to learn just by listening and paying attention, when the radio was on. So I would definitely say I like it. Everybody does different things at their own station. But overall, I think it's good. Yeah.
Right. Got you. And then you got any like embarrassing moments going through come on, come on. You know what I mean? Everybody know you got good parts, but I know you gotta tell me some embarrassing moments. You feel me? Let me know what's good. With going through this process of learning and or at these events. Come on. Shout them out. Shout
Okay.
them out.
So one. Okay, guys.
Let the world know
I'm
how
gonna
you
tell y'all
played
one.
yourself.
So I remember when we first went out, and it was my first time in front of the camera, and introducing myself, right? And once again, I was just like, okay, yes, I'm ready. Yep, it's about to happen. And next thing you know, I was like, hello, my name's Shark. Cut. And they were like, wait. And you always have to remember, keep going, do not stop. So that's one thing I would definitely learn. Like, even though we make mistakes, you never stop. Keep going. Because, at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. No one is perfect. So it definitely was a learning experience. But I was just like, did that just happen? And, so.
Word. Word. So, nah, that's fine. Annie, come on, give us one more. Give us one more. Give us one more. No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Right there. No.
Come on.
No.
The world needs to know what's good. Know what I mean? So
No,
somebody listening could be like, alright, yo, Shyra helped me a lot. Like, I
Listen,
know what not to do.
like I said, you may make mistakes, okay? You may have some moments.
Alright.
But it's okay. That's how we're able to learn from them. So for the next time, you be like, okay, not to do this or to do this. But other than that, like I said, it's bound to happen. Don't overthink it,
Yeah.
but just have fun. If if you love it and that's where your heart is at, go for it.
Got you.
Don't let anyone stop you from living your dreams or something that you want to go for. If that's what you want to do, listen, we all have talents, we all have gifts. Use it.
Got you. Nah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? You hearing it from one of the greatest right now. You feel me? Nah, what you call it? Damn. Yeah. Also, like, as far as working in a group, you always had to work in a group. Besides, like, obviously, like if you're recording something, of course you need a cameraman to be recording you interview. But like, was it always a group thing, or like how did it work? How did that work? Like, when did you know? Okay, I got to do this by myself, and then it's group time, and then it's like a whole.
Not all the time you're going to do group work because at times you do have to learn how to do things on your own. So like if you're by yourself and you have to learn how to set something up, you have to be able to put it together. So not all the time they're going to, I would say have you work in groups, which is good to learn how to do groups, but it's also good to learn how to do it on by yourself, because you just never know what situation you might be in. And if you have to depend on someone else, when you can learn it, and so when that time comes, you could be able to set up or, go from there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what was the hardest thing, like you felt? Like, what was the hardest thing you felt, like during that process, like after, like, what was the hardest thing? Like, damn, yo, this is hard to do. Like, I don't get this part. Or it took you longer than everything else.
Oh man, what was it? Let me see. Probably learning how to edit.
Okay,
Edit.
alright.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one,
Nah,
at the time.
nah,
But when you
alright.
first, everybody may think it's easy, but it's really not.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, you have to keep practicing and do it over and over again so that you can learn how to do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you saying edit and what,
Like
like
video recordings,
video?
like anything that you put together.
Okay,
Yeah.
great, great, and I'm
Hmm.
glad you bring that up because now that I'm glad you bring that up because like I have like that's my kind of problem too. Is like I like doing the stuff. I like whether I'm talking or like I'm the person in the video or help somebody else with a creative idea. But when it's time to like edit it and all of this, I get kind of like bored or like damn, like I don't know how to get it precise. So like going through that. Cause see, me is like eventually, like I thought about it. I'm like eventually I'll learn a little more, study it
Yeah,
more,
definitely.
and find a way to, make that something I like to help others and do. But right now, I just want to stick to just what I know and perfect that.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself, like, say if, for instance, I know you want to do what you love, but being that you have the skill and at least some sort of knowledge to edit or whatever, can you see yourself doing that, getting into that?
Yeah, because one thing I would say, when going into the industry, you're not gonna. I'm pretty sure some people are lucky enough to automatically go in front of the camera, but you have to learn behind the camera first before
Right,
you can get in front of the camera. So
right.
you definitely have to learn. You're gonna have to learn it one way or another.
Oh, okay, cool. So then, I want to talk about so now what's going on with the whole New Year's thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I know we passed New Year's. You get what I'm saying? Happy New Year's to everybody. You
Happy
get what
New
I'm
Year's,
saying? Yeah.
everyone.
Word, but you know, like this whole New Year's resolution thing, like, cause I feel like everybody,
Does it?
yeah, everybody does it, and it's a trend to where it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like,
Yeah. So, like New Year's come or before New Year's, everybody was like, my New Year's resolution is going to be this, it's going to be that. So, mine was always, I'm going to go to the gym, right?
okay, yeah,
And before I was like, okay, I'm going to go here. Next thing you know, I just stopped. Like,
right,
what happened? Like, but what I did was I tried something different. I started before the New Year's, which 4 months prior. So I can like get on track and, keep going. And
yeah,
so far it's definitely been working out. So, I always look
gotcha.
into that because, we always set goals like, okay, for the new year, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I'm not going to say, you know, everyone gives up. No, I know I had did. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, as long
That
as you
used to
keep it
happen to me
100.
all the time.
Right.
But yeah, I would definitely say we all have different goals, different potentials. So yeah. What about you?
Nah, like honestly, I don't have like I don't believe in like the New Year's
Yeah, like
resolution.
New Year, New Me kind of thing.
Yeah, I hate that. I clearly hate. It's like no, if you broke or ain't doing nothing December 23rd, you still a nobody January 1st. So it really don't even matter.
Right.
But my thing is like, not downplaying nobody, but it's
No,
just
no,
like
definitely not.
it's like, yo, how can like new year, new me? Is like, no, it takes a certain time to get to that point. It ain't no, oh, January 1st, boom, I'm straight on it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. And
Yeah.
that's what I don't like. People think like, oh, it's a new year, and things instantly change. No,
No.
your mindset does. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
your
But
mindset definitely.
yeah, your
But you
mind.
have to actually get up
And
and get out there. And get
exactly.
it done, so.
And that's what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be gym, people going to the gym, or people got certain goals where it's like, no, like you have to do it.
Yeah.
But with me, and the only thing, cause I spoke to another good friend of mine's, and she was like, no, it's not the way you look at things. Like you can't look at it like that. Just
Yeah.
because people get you mad, it doesn't mean like
Yeah.
it's supposed to make you feel discouraged or downplay it. Like
Yeah.
it's all about what it means to you.
Yes.
And she was just like, the good thing about it is, if you think about it, it's a good measure of a year. Like January 1st to the next year, you can actually see a process and you see your progress.
Yeah.
If you're serious about it.
Yeah.
And that is still, if you're not serious about it, you
You're
can
not.
see,
Yeah.
you're gonna see you're gonna see where you at a year from now. So she was saying that's why I thought like, damn, that's a good like analogy because it's like, yo, all right, I start January 1st, get on my grind. That's a good start. January now I can see where I'm at by December. So now you know that's 12 months to get on my grind and get what I need to do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of made me change like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So shout out to her, you feel me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to my friend Can, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Candy Lee, you could see her on YouTube and all that. But yeah, that she put me on to that and I was like, yo, that's what's up. You get what I'm saying? It makes sense. But New Year's resolutions, I never do that. I kinda like whatever my goal is, I kinda just have it and just keep working on it throughout.
Yep.
Because any day it could pop. You
Yep.
feel me?
Always have a plan, right?
Okay, yeah.
Plan. Always have a plan.
Word.
A 5-year plan. I always hear people say, have a plan. Have a 5-year plan. What do you want? Where you see
Word.
yourself from this time to that time, And you'll be surprised when you look back at your list, everything that you wrote down, and that happens. So I would definitely say that.
Right. Nah, that's good. You know what I'm saying? So what else is going on with Shyra? You feel me? Like what else is up with you like throughout the day when you just chilling and all that? Cuz people need to know like cuz people who trying to go to college and all that need to understand like college isn't it's good and then it's not what you think as far as like being on the movies and all like you see it like oh college is fire yeah but it's like after you get out of college. So day-to-day basis, what do you
How would I say that right there? You go to college. We all go for what we want to, go for, and as of right now, like look at me. I focus. My focus is mass communications, but
Right.
as of right now, I'm doing administrative. So even though I'm doing that, that doesn't mean for me to give up on my dreams. To
Right.
continue to get out there and do what I do, whether it's radio, blogging, radio announcing, So I would definitely say that, like, life.
Yeah,
Life.
OD. Nah, I feel you because that's another thing too. This Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, I'm gonna be going to this event, this podcast event. You know what I'm saying? These two girls, you know what I'm saying, got this podcast. We got the links and all of that. I'm gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? See what's up. So. Got invited to that, because my cousin know them. And
Okay,
I was supposed to
cool.
go to their last event. They're supposed to have me on I would have been on an episode or whatever. They doing their thing, shout out to them. We got the
Yeah.
links and all of that.
That's
And, that's what I learned, too. For people out there, like, you need to, if you're going to do something, like, try to look up events that you can go to, whether it's
Yes.
free or even if you have to pay, just know
Yeah.
that the investment is worth it because
You never know.
exactly,
Never
because I
know.
met a whole bunch of met a whole bunch of artists like from all different forms, whether they was rappers, singers, painters, sculptors. I met
Wow.
a lot of people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So with the mass communications, like it's all about
Networking.
yeah, networking and getting it right. You know what I'm saying. So like, what's your advice to like upcoming people trying to get into mass communications and all that?
I would definitely say, go for it. Get your feet in the door. Try it out. You might like it. You may not. But like I said earlier, just go for it. You're gonna learn different things. About the business, about the industry, and it's all about networking. Like you just said, that's the
Yeah.
number one thing. You have to learn how to network. Because you never know who you're gonna meet. And in that very moment, that just might be your way of getting in the door.
Gotcha.
So I would definitely say that just, go for it. Don't let anyone tell you like, oh no, don't do this, don't do that, because it works out differently for everyone.
Got you. And is it anybody else like going through this process like who inspired you? Like who inspired you to do this or or what made you think like, yo, this is something whether I'm just stacking on my bread getting right, but this is something I have to do. Like, well, matter of fact, let's talk about that. The moment you realize, yo, this is something I really want to do. Let me just get myself right, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, get myself right, but this is something I know I'm going back into. Like, what was that moment? What was it in school? You get what I'm saying? What was that?
You know what? Just watching television, TV. I'm not in TV or television.
Yeah.
On radio.
Right.
But I would definitely say who I looked up to. Oprah Winfrey. Like I know, like yes, definitely Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, and it's other people out there definitely I would say too, but you know, it's just something that I look into. I love to talk, of course.
Nah, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you know, there it is, you feel me? You heard it from her, you know what I mean? Never give up and all that. And you know, that was the episode of the PootieTim show. And if you haven't checked out any of the last season, the last episode that I had with Ron Draper, go check it out on youtube.com. And if you haven't checked out season 1, you could also check it out on youtube.com. You could follow me on all social media at pootie.tim. And you could follow Shyra Glenn. What's your stuff? So everybody could follow you and see what's good.
Glamorous _shy on Instagram, and Shyra Glenn on Facebook.
All right. And there you have it, y'all. That's the episode 12 of the PootieTim show. And I'll holla at y'all later.
See ya later.
All right.